looks like he is a real Reggie Steel. You might even say that he's real Steel. Come on, Hugh Jackman, the movie Real Steel, the fighting robot. No, nobody. All right. Well, I mean, I thought it was funny. So, oh come on, it was funny. Real Steel. It's a real Reggie Steel. Hugh Jackman. Fine. You know what? Whatever. Next Pokemon. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to LetsNot. And welcome back to another Pokemon Sword and Shield video. Or I guess it Pokemon Home video? Alrighty guys, so today we are talking about a subject that I'm sure will draw everyone's ire, like maybe like a sigh from everyone. The GTS. So if you guys have been playing Pokemon for a long time, you know that the GTS is the global trade system they added into the game to allow you to trade for basically whatever Pokemon you wanted, and allow you to just kind of do that offline to list Pokemon. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd, take a look at the GTS, see what's available. I'm going to be building a new team here pretty soon. And then I remembered how horrible the GTS is. So let's talk about the GTS. So the GTS is essentially a system where I can say, I want a, let's say Regieleki, and I offer a Regidrago, for example. And then if you have the Pokemon, you can trade with me, right? Very simple process, works great in theory, but then you get these guys, right? Who basically are just here to troll the GTS system, to make the GTS system bad, basically to ruin the system for everybody. But basically the GTS has turned into this toxic cesspool of people just asking for impossible to get Pokemon. So it used to be asking for like level 10 Mews, and really any other level 10 mythical. Like these Pokemon you couldn't even trade anyway because of the ribbons, and they were basically trade blocked. But for whatever reason, the GTS allows you to ask for them. But nowadays, the current flavor of the week for the toxic GTS trolls who are constantly living under that little Pokemon bridge is asking for Furfrou. And you might be asking yourself, why? Well, let me tell you. So Pokemon Go recently, it was actually a few weeks back, released Furfrou into the game and allowed you to change its form, which meant that new forms of Furfrou from Pokemon Go could now come into Pokemon Home for the very first time. Because before this integration with Pokemon Go, any Furfrou that was moved in from the older games would immediately lose its form when going to Pokemon Bank, which means no special form Furfrous. And of course, this Pokemon is also still not available in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which kind of blows my mind. Like, we're still missing this thing in like Greninja. Like, how are we still missing this many Pokemon in Sword and Shield? Anyway, different problem. Got distracted. But anyway, so yeah, so I basically opened up Pokemon Home, searched through for some shiny Regielekis because why not? And you'll notice here, as I'm scrolling through, there's a whole lot of people asking for Furfrou Heart Trim. So let me go ahead and pull up a little graphic here for you. So here are all the available trims of Furfrou and how you get them. So basically the way that Furfrou works in Pokemon Go is that it costs like 25 candies and like 10,000 Stardust or whatever, and you can change its form. But you can only change its form to something regarding what region you're in, right? So for me being in the Americas, I can only do the Debutante trim. However, everybody's asking for the Heart Trim, which is literally impossible to get because again, these are mostly little trolls living under bridges, right? They're just trying to use the GTS, I guess, to show off that they have shiny Pokemon. So anyway, one thing that I noticed though, scrolling through this, and you may have noticed, I'll jump back to the kind of the beginning of the scroll, is that there were a couple people asking for Pharaoh Trim Furfrous, which I'm like, well, those aren't impossible to get. But I guess, and here's what I'm thinking. What's going on? They're basically asking for them because they think they're impossible to get, and they just see a lot of other people asking for Furfrous. They don't know why. So they're like, I'm gonna be cool like all these other people, and I'm gonna ask for a Pharaoh Furfrou. So I had a little light bulb going off. I'm like, you know what? Let's troll the trolls. So I reached out, found some people who were able to get their hands on some Egyptian Furfrous. I don't know if they live in Egypt or if they're totally just, spoofing in Pokemon Go, but that's not my problem. So basically, I asked for a bunch of trades. So now we are here, which is I have taken all these Furfrous And I went ahead and transferred all these into Pokemon Home for some good old trolling. So let's jump in and let's see just what Pokemon we can get out of our Egyptian Pharaoh Furfrows. Basically just to people who don't understand why people are asking for Furfrows. So this is going to be a fun little video, man. We're going to troll the trolls. I've got 6 Furfrows to trade. I think I'll keep one of them for myself. Then let's see what 6 Pokemon we come. We're going to go for 6 shiny legendary Pokemon. So here goes nothing. All right. So on the screen here, you can see that I've got my set of Furfrows here, right? And I also just should be getting an additional one here too, because I think a trade here just completed in the GTS. So let's take a look here. So I think I'll have like 8 to deal with. Yeah, because I traded the Debutante one because nobody seems to care about that version for yet another Pharaoh Furfrou. So I have 8 Pharaoh Furfrows. So let's see what we can get with these suckers. And you know, I got high hopes. I got high hopes for this one. So let's take a look. We're going to start with those Regielekis that we saw, because why not? All right, so let's go ahead and just to show you guys real quick here too. Here are all of the Furfrows from Pokemon Go. We've got a whole good chunk of them. And again, let's see what we can get. Actually, another fun thing too is I actually tested this just to make sure it worked, and I already got myself a shiny Regidrago with it from, I guess, again, somebody just not understanding how this listing works. And from all I can tell, it actually appears to be real. So Killpop, sorry dude, you got trolled. All right, here goes though. Let's go ahead and jump in, and we're just gonna start straight up here with Regieleki. Why not? Let's do it. So let's go ahead and search for a Regieleki and see if those ones that from when I was recording earlier are still there, which is basically, again, people searching for, you know, Furfrows and not the right Furfrows. So it's going to be hard to kind of narrow these down, but here we go. First Regieleki already. He's looking for a Furfrou with the Pharaoh trim. Don't you worry, buddy. I've got you down. Don't even worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and offer this for a trade. And yeah, just like that, we've got ourselves a Regieleki. Cool. And again, dude, I have to assume that these guys are literally they just don't know what they're doing. So this is just a normal Regieleki, right? It's by no means a shiny Regieleki, but I think we can find ourselves some shiny ones as well. So I just wanted to mess around a bit. Let's see what else we can pick up here. But yeah, we've got 7 Furfrows. Let's look for some shiny legendaries this time. But yeah, let's go right back in there, search again for Regieleki, and let's see what we can pick up. All right. All right, Regieleki, any conditions? Let's do it. Okay, so now we've got a shiny Regieleki here. Heart Trim. So I imagine we're going to still run into quite a bit of Heart Trims, but we will keep searching here. We'll jump in and hopefully find some people who made the mistake of listing for the Pharaoh trim. So it may take us a little bit, so I'm going to do some scrolling here, do some editing, and when we find one, we'll jump right back. Alrighty, guys, I struck out on a Regieleki, but we're back here, and I switched over to Regidrago, and I already found another person asking for a Pharaoh trim for a shiny Regidrago. So let's get shiny Regidrago number 2. Again, dude, I just have to assume these people, they're seeing other people offering Furfrows. They're not understanding what that means, and then they're just picking Pharaoh trim, because Pharaoh trim is totally completely legal in the current state of the game. So, and it's you know, it's not super hard to get, I guess, between the people on Pokemon Go who spoof and obviously the players who just live in Egypt. But there it is, shiny Regidrago number 2. Let's maybe this is just gonna be a team of 6 shiny Regidragos. Let's see if there's another one, man. Now I'm curious how many Regidrago players are out there looking for looking for Pharaoh trim Furfrows. Let's take a look. All right. So we've got more people looking for Furfrows. All right, Heart Trim. Another one here looking for a Pharaoh trim, but like just looking at this one, level 100, and it's caught in level 100 Adamant Nature and caught in a Beast Ball. That's definitely a fake Pokemon. Like I'm moving on from that one. Like we'll skip by the obviously fake Regidrago because there's no point in my opinion to owning fake Pokemon. So we'll move on from that one. But yeah, well, and this guy here is just looking for the Law Rain trim, which, you know what? We can pick one of those up. Yeah, why not? Let's trade one of ours for a Law Rain Trim, and then trade it for this guy's Regidrago here. Let's do it. All right, one sec. Jumping over. Search for a Furfrou of our own. And I didn't search for forms. So let me jump back out here. Let's get ourselves one of the Law Rain Trims. Perfect. And let's see if one of these guys is asking for a Pharaoh. Sure enough. Let's do it. All right, so we'll trade this guy's Law Rain Trim, and then we'll go and grab the shiny Regidrago. Again, I feel like these people are just selecting Furfrou forms at random. I just noticed that a lot of them were Pharaoh, the ones that weren't Heart, but I guess Law Rain Trim, like going back, I think this is the French exclusive one, so kind of looks like the Pharaoh form, to be fair. So maybe he was just extra confused. He was like 2 layers confused. First, he was confused on the purpose of this, and then second, he was confused on, it kind of looked like the Pharaoh form. All right, so now we have a Law Rain Trim, so a French Furfrou. So let's go ahead and trade our French Furfrou for yet another shiny Regidrago. This is just gonna be the Regidrago video. We're just gonna collect shiny Regidragos in this video. That's all we're here to do. All right, I think the guy was level 70. Let's go find that Regidrago. It wasn't this one. Well, yeah, it was a shiny one. So let's see here. Shiny Regidrago. It was level 70. I think it was this one. Nope. Level 70 is not really narrowing it down too much for me, unfortunately. All right. Well, now we're having all types of problem finding it. Heart Trim. Heart Trim. You know what? We know it was level 70, so let me go ahead and actually narrow this down. All right. There it is. All right, so now let's just trade with... Oh, this guy's looking for a Chinese one. Baited. Okay, I got baited, but you know what? That's fine. I feel like a lot of people are asking for weird forms, so I don't think having a Law Rain form is too much of an issue. But yeah, I didn't even realize he was specifically looking for a Chinese Law Rain form Furfrou. That's great, man. That's good stuff. This guy's looking for a Japanese Pharaoh form Furfrou. Dude, it's like the things that these people are coming up with. It's funny that now you can select the language of the Pokemon you receive in case you only want a specific Furfrou. All right, so you know what? We've got 2 shiny Regidragos already. Let me go ahead and look for something else, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back once again, and this time with a shiny Rayquaza. So looks like we have a shiny Rayquaza, Pharaoh Trim, and we've also got this one which came from Sword and Shield. Also Pharaoh Trim, Nature Jolly. So Jolly and Adamant, these are both probably super fake. But you know what? Like just looking through them, let's go ahead and trade with the one that came from Sword and Shield. Why not? You can have a Furfrou Pharaoh Trim. So let's do it. Again, I'm assuming it's fake. Beast Ball, if it came from Sword and Shield, the Beast Ball is not actually too much of a red flag. So the Beast Ball just means it caught it in the Dynamax raid layers. So we'll trade for it. We'll see what happens. But the fact that it just happens to be Jolly and the nature isn't minted, it's kind of a red flag. But you know what, man? Let's do it. Let's trade this, man. Let's troll the dude for a shiny Rayquaza, because you know what? I'm here having a good time. I expect most of these shiny Pokemon on the GTS to be fake anyways. But again, what we'll do is after we get 6, we'll take them all back into Sword and Shield, and we'll give them a full check to see if I can identify very easily if they're fake or not. But yeah, let's jump back in and let's search for another Rayquaza, and we'll do another quick search, and we'll see if there's any others other than those 2 that were sitting on the top. But I don't really think there will be, but we'll take a look anyway. Heart Trim, we've got Pharaoh Trim. Yeah, again, that was the one from before. What was this 4th one? He was the oh, okay. Naive. You know what? Let's do this 4th one. This one's only level 70, and it's a naive one, so it caught in a Master Ball. I'm thinking the odds of this one being real are actually way higher than the last one. So let's trade this one as well, and then we'll move off of Rayquaza, and we'll see what other things we can get here. Maybe we'll try out like a Dialga or something, just because we can. All right. So far, 1 normal Regieleki. We have 2 shiny Regidragos, and we have 2 shiny Rayquazas. You like the little finger thing there? I was gonna go to 4, and then it's never mind. All right, 2 shiny Rayquazas out of the way. Again, we'll check them all to see, kind of identify best we can if they're real. But let's jump in. Let's find something else, and we will be right back, man. This is a lot of this time that I'm cutting out in case you guys want to see. This is me going in, me typing whatever the name of the Pokemon is that I'm looking for, and just doing a whole lot of clicking. Just doing a whole lot of clicking on shiny Dialgas, like this one here. That's level 1. Level 1. Was there ever an event where there was a shiny Dialga level 1? And it's in a Cherish Ball. Like, that's not even possible, right? Yeah, this one's coming from Sword and Shield. And it's coming from a Cherish Ball. There's no way those are real. I don't think that's possible. So we're gonna skip those two. But this level 47 one coming from Sword and Shield. That's also not possible, right? Right? Because it has to be from the Dynamax raid layers, and that level's too low. I feel like I'm being too picky. Why are there so many level 1 Dialgas? There was like a thing where you get a level 1 Dialga, right? What was that? Let me double check. Well, let's do this guy. He's got a level 100 Palkia in a Love Ball. Sure. Let's do it. You can have Pharaoh Trim number 7012 or whatever. All right. We'll trade this one over. We'll see what we get back. And then what we'll do, I think, is we'll look for, I don't know, another Ultra Beast. Maybe like a Guzzlord or something like that, or a Xurkitree. Let's try that. Just because we can. Alrighty, guys, we are back. So searching around, I found our, I guess, second to last victim. We've got Benjo here looking for a Furfrou Laraine trim for his shiny Registeel. So let's do it. And this is good because this gets rid of that extra Laraine Furfrou that we got to trade with that other guy that I totally couldn't read for. So see, it all worked out in the end, guys. Okay, so if we get rid of the Laraine trend, I think we've got 2 Furfrous left. I wanted to trade all but one of them, so I think we still have potentially one more trade to do. And then what we'll do is we'll take all these Pokemon to Pokemon Sword and Shield and see what we can get. But so far, man, 2 shiny Rayquazas, 2 shiny Regidragos, a shiny Registeel. We're doing pretty. I feel like we're doing pretty good, man. I feel like we're doing pretty good. I feel like these Pharaoh dogs are definitely best dogs. All right, we're gonna do one more here, and we will call it because I believe I still have the 2 Pharaoh trims. So one sec, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, back for a second. So I found this Landorus in this level 5 Dream Ball, which is possible. There's like a thing in the Dream Radar in Black and White too, where you get a Landorus, and looking for a Pharaoh trim. But I'm actually not going to do this one because it's super fake. There's no way, A, you're lucky enough to get a shiny Landorus from this system, and B, that it also happens to be Jolly. So we're going to skip that one, and we're going to keep looking here. So this one here, though, Japanese, Chinese, overall, shiny Landorus, Therian form. Let me check this guy here, too. Yeah, let's do it. Only asking for a Pharaoh trim? Actually, again, here's the thing, man. The chance that it would be Jolly legitimately is too low. So I'm actually gonna hold off on jumping on that one, I think, because again, just the chance of a Pokemon being the perfect nature is always so low when it's something random like that. I guess you could always synchronize it. I guess synchronize is a thing. I shouldn't be so hard on it. It's also caught in what looks like, is that a level ball? Intimidate, Jolly, level ball. Super duper probably not real. Does synchronize work in the Dynamax layers? No, it can't, because you can't bring a Pokemon. Okay, so no, that won't work. So we're gonna keep our search here. We're gonna check the rest of these, see if anything jumps out from the Landoruses here. The Landerli. But then we'll keep looking, man. Every so often you'll see a Pharaoh trim, but again, I'm specifically trying to avoid Pokemon that are very obviously faked or hacked, except for that one Rayquaza. We decided to YOLO on that one Rayquaza, but okay. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna check the other genies, and then I'm gonna check like some other things like Terrakion and such. But we will be right back. Alrighty, guys. I think we found our last one here. It is a Defiant, Hardy, level 75 Thundurus, just looking for a Pharaoh trim. So here you go, buddy. No problem. I got you. All right. So that'll be the last trade that we're going to do, guys. So after this trade completes, we'll take all of these Pokemon. There should be, I think, 7 of them. We'll take them over to Sword and Shield, and we'll see if any of the 7 are actually real. Best to my knowledge, best that I can determine from breaking them down, taking a look. But yeah, man, I imagine that these 7 people that I trade with are all kind of in for a little bit of a rude awakening, because they're all going to go and get a notification on their phone that says GTS trade completed, and they're probably not going to be very happy about that. But regardless, man, we're here to troll the trolls. So I really don't care what these guys think. These guys are literally ruining the GTS. So I don't really feel bad about trolling them. Anyway, all right, guys. Here's an overview of the Pokemon in home real quick, just to show you what we ended up picking up. So if we jump over here to Pokemon, so here's our prizes. We've got the shiny Thundurus, the shiny Registeel, the shiny Palkia, the two shiny Rayquazas, the shiny Regidrago, a normal Regieleki, and the other shiny Regidrago that I did for a test before this video started. Anyway, so here goes, guys. I'm going to transfer all of these over to Sword and Shield, and we will be right back. Alrighty, we are back in Sword and Shield now. And let's do a check to see if any of these Pokemon that we got are actually real. So I mean, here's the thing. I traded a bunch of Furfrous for him. So like, I wouldn't necessarily feel bad even if none of them end up being real. But let's give a check anyway. So the very first thing we're gonna do is just gonna do like a straight up IV check to see if any of these Pokemon just are straight fake based on that. So let's take a look. So 4 IVs, not bad. All right, Regidrago, 6 IVs, definitely fake. This one's got 3 IVs and the other 3 are Hyper Train. Cool. Only 3 here on Registeel, good stuff. 6 on Rayquaza. Okay, so I could already eliminate Rayquaza and Regidrago. 6 on Palkia, that one's out as well. 0 on this Rayquaza, that's kind of interesting, and 3 on the Regieleki. Okay, so we can already immediately eliminate 3 here. So we've got the Rayquaza, the top Regidrago, and the Palkia that we can already eliminate here as being fake. All right, so three down. Okay, so three out of the way. So let's take a look at these remaining 5. And again, like, here's the thing. If any of these end up being real, I'd be happy. So let's take a look, man. Because again, I expect most of these to be fake, except maybe the Regieleki, just because it's not shiny, so it's less likely to be fake. All right, so first things first, let's take a look at Thundurus, shiny Thundurus. Taking a quick look. All right, so this one is already fake immediately. So in case you guys aren't in the loop, I made this video here talking about the free giveaways and Blaine. So Blainette, obviously we know this Pokemon is fake, or at the very best cloned. So yeah, so fake Thundurus 100% came from one of Blaine's giveaways, which is actually kind of funny because we just recently made a video about that. It looks like no EV training, no IV training, but again, all of the moves are PP maxed, right? So who's out there PP maxing Thrash, right? Who's even using Thrash for that record? Like, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's just not great. Like, it's not what you'd probably be playing on a Thundurus. All right, but I guess we can check for ribbons too, and everything else here. But yeah, super duper fake. Max Raid Glare, why would you train at 5 levels? It's super weird, right? So again, when you're looking for fake Pokemon, just look for inconsistencies. Like why do I have a level 75 Thundurus? Like, that doesn't make sense. And the fact that it's exactly level 75, right? Because if you look at the points needed to level up, there's nothing in the bar, meaning that you use what, 5 rare candies on it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so Thunder is definitely fake. Let's go ahead and toss him in the fake pile. All right, man, we're off to a pretty bad start. So we've already got 4 fake Pokemon out of our 8. So let's look at the rest of them here. So we'll move them all up here just so we can kind of look at them one in a row here. But again, if one of these ends up being real, we're good. So let's see, 4 down, 4 to go. All right, let's take a look at Regidrago. So jump again, caught in a Master Ball. That's usually actually a pretty good side. Like, most of your real players are going to be catching things in Master Balls, not weird balls, because they really don't care. And a lot of people think Master Balls are kind of cool. All right, so first thing, Kill Pop, not raising any red flags. I haven't seen Kill Pop as the name of a hack or anything like that. Nature, it looks like it looks like it's showing Jolly Nature. Okay. So that's, but let's see here. Oh, okay, it's quirky. So it's been nature minted into Jolly, which is a great sign, man, because if I'm a real player, chances are I'm going to use a nature mint on something if it's this valuable, which makes sense, right? So it was caught as quirky, perfect, assuming I didn't like synchronize or something. And then like looking at its moves, it looks like just the moves that needed to be, in this case, just the moves that need to be PP max were PP max. So both Outrage and Hammer Arm, and it looks like Fire Fang and Dragon Dance weren't. That's an awesome sign, man. Because again, if I'm taking this into competitive battles and if I'm a competitive player, chances are if I'm a normal player and I'm not cheating, I don't have unlimited PP maxes. So I'm only going to use the ones that I can afford to use, meaning that Outrage and Hammer Arm, they've got less PP. So maybe I'm going to prioritize that. So it's actually a good sign that not every move is PP max here. That's something that I love to see. If every move is PP max like the Thundurus, again, it's another flag. So that's actually great news. Let's check out the rest of it here real quick. quirky nature, perfect. Caught at the split decision ruins, perfect. All right, all that looks good. I don't really look at dates just because so many people's Nintendo Switch dates are messed up for resetting times and days and everything like that. But like out of curiosity, like when did the Crown Tundra even come out? Like I'll have to take a look in editing. But again, dates aren't a huge red flag. But it kind of blows my mind to think that the Crown Tundra's been out for a year. I guess it's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. It has been out for a year, hasn't it? All right, now forget it, man. I'm gonna look up the Crown Tundra release date because now I'm curious. Let's see. Crown Tundra release date. October 22nd. Okay. So yeah, I guess October 23rd. Sure. The very first thing you did is you decided to start shiny hunting Reggies. You know what? I respect that, man, because I feel like if I was a big shiny hunter, the very first thing I would do would be shiny hunting Reggies as well. All right, man. I mean, everything looks real except for the fact that they traded for a Furfrou, which, again, I'm assuming they didn't realize that the Emperor Furfrou is a real thing. So yeah, or sorry, the Pharaoh Furfrou is a real thing. So yeah, I'm guessing this person had absolutely no means to trade away this Regigigas, and they totally this Regidrago, and they totally just got baited. They thought that the Pharaoh one was also impossible to get, just like the Heart one, and we trolled the troll. So we got a very, very nice, very pretty Regidrago out. I mean, that alone is a win. That alone makes this whole video a win. So a real Regidrago, real shiny Regidrago is so incredibly difficult to get. So sorry about that, Killa. What was your name? Killabot? Killaboom? Killa Manjaro? Killpop. All right, sweet. All right, next things next. Let's take a look at our Italian Registeel. All right, so it's from Benjo. Again, no red flags with the name Benjo. Like nothing stands out to me. Level 60. And it looks like it's from, what is that? The little plus symbol, I think, means Alola. All right, so clear body. It looks like, just like the Regidrago, looks like no IV training, no EV training's been done. So with the Regidrago, was level 100. I'm going to guess they just pumped it full of candies. That's how I level 100 Pokemon these days too, is you just give it a bunch of XP candies. Clear body, yep, all that looks good. It has a pretty bad nature for Registeel. I mean, like, it's okay, like, but it's definitely not my first choice, especially not if I'm running Hammer Arm. so yeah, so it's a decent nature, but I think if it was fake, it'd probably aim for something better than a bold nature. But yeah, moves, Flash Cannon, Hammer Arm, none of these have been PP maxed. All these are pretty standard fare, if we're being honest. So nothing really jumping out to me here is making this thing fake. It's caught in an Ultra Ball, which super common thing to catch a Registeel on if you're just a normal player. Chances are you're just gonna catch a Registeel in an Ultra Ball. So again, I think it's like he is a real Registeel. You might even say that he's real steel. Come on, the Hugh Jackman, the movie Real Steel, the fighting robot. No, nobody. All right. Well, I mean, I thought it was funny. So. Oh, come on. It was funny. Real Steel. It's a real Registeel. Hugh Jackman. Fine. You know what? Whatever. Next Pokemon. Let's just take a look here at the normal Regilucky. I don't expect this to be hacked. It has the right number of IVs, just like Regidrago, 3 perfect IVs. Caught in a Master Ball, which is fine. That makes perfect sense. It's got speed down and defense up. So that's a terrible nature for Regilucky, which again is great news for me. So relaxed nature is terrible for it. Split decision ruins, level 30. Caught on that same day, dude. Right, the day after the Crown Tundra came out, dude. People rushing through that content. I respect it. But yeah, all of its moves, pretty normal stuff. And again, it's not a shiny Regilucky, so there's really nothing that jumps out to me about this being fake. Again, it's just a normal Regilucky. So, and then last but not least, man, let's take a look at the other shiny Rayquaza, since we already eliminated the other ones being fake right off the bat. This one has no perfect IVs, which I assume if you go back far enough into like the old versions, like the old versions of Ruby and Sapphire, I don't think you were actually guaranteed to have any best IVs on Rayquaza. Like nowadays, like usually they give you like 3 best IVs guaranteed when you catch a legendary, but I'll have to double check. When I'm editing, I'll go back and I'll double check this just to see if like the original ones gave you any perfect guaranteed IVs, but I don't think they did. So I think we're okay there. Also, like if you were hacking, why would you just give yourself random crappy IVs? So it's probably fine. But anyway, shiny Rayquaza caught in a Master Ball makes perfect sense. Rayquaza was a pain in the butt to catch. Speed up, special defense down. It's pretty bad nature. Like it's definitely not optimal. 3 moves means that it probably came from an older game. So like for those of you who are curious, chances are usually when you see 3 moves, it means it knew something like hidden power that can't be brought to shield. So at some point, this person probably brought this thing to Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it made it delete that move. But like the moves suck, dude. We got Rest, we got Extreme Speed, which I guess is fine, and Outrage, which has been PP maxed. it's super weird, but it's not like a red flag weird. It's just like somebody who doesn't like play the game a lot. They probably just like Outrage is cool, dude. I'm going to use a PP max on Outrage because Rayquaza is cool. So like no crazy red flags here. It's just weird. It's just a weird Pokemon. Naive Nature, yeah, it's pretty terrible, and it traveled all the way across space and time itself to join me from Hoenn, which makes perfect sense if it's an original Rayquaza from the original games. So yeah, no red flags here either. Honestly, this thing looks to be real, which is in stark contrast to our other Rayquaza, which we'll double check here just to show you guys. But yeah, this one is super duper fake and perfectly EV trained. Everything's PP maxed. Jolly Nature, which you just happen to catch the perfect nature. Cool. Yeah, and it came from a max layer. So for those of you guys who are curious, max layers, they guarantee what, like three IVs, I want to say 3 or 4 IVs on a legendary Pokemon. So yeah, absolutely zero chance that this guy here is real. So it's just the odds of getting all of your IVs to be perfect on a layer caught Pokemon is just it doesn't happen, man. It doesn't happen. So same thing with this Regidrago, man. It just doesn't happen. We can look at the Palkia too if you guys want, but again. Okay, just to make it extra clear, in case you guys didn't believe me, this is fake. The original trainer is shinyden.com. So link names, we all know that link names are super fake. Perfectly EV trained. In fact, they didn't even have to max the EVs out. All the moves are PP max. So super duper fake, perfect nature. But yeah, man, honestly, I'm pretty pumped about this. This isn't bad. We got four probably real Pokemon, 3 of them shiny and one of them just a Regilucky, which is just cool. So honestly, it's a huge win, man. I'd say this video is a success. We successfully trolled the trolls. Yeah, I'll take it. And honestly, I'd say the big takeaway from this video, Nintendo, please fix the GTS. Whatever you do, Nintendo, please fix the GTS. We don't like it the way it is. We don't want it to stay this way. It's just such a mess. Like it's the easiest fix in the world, Nintendo. Literally, here's all you gotta do, Nintendo. If a Pokemon is impossible to get, tradable, if a Pokemon can't be traded in the GTS, don't let people ask for it. That's literally the only thing you have to do is don't let people ask for it. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. But really, honestly, Nintendo, that's it. That's all you have to do. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the GTS? Like, do you guys, it's just such a mess, man. It's so hard to actually just like be a legitimate trainer trying to use the GTS without all these trolls trying to show off these random shiny Pokemon. But you know what? We got back at them today. So you know what? I consider that a win. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you guys do want to see more Pokemon Sword and Shield content or just more Pokemon content in general, Pokemon Unite, you name it, definitely hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks, everybody.